Hey guys, it's your boy the Foreman back here with another video. I know it's been a little while since I have posted, but it's 2021 and back, and I have some new stuff here coming for you, and this will be the beginning of reviews with the Foreman. So I plan to still continue the PUBG stuff, but also plan to do some ASO art reviews. So today we have score match. I'm going to review. I'm going to give you my rating, what I think the game. So here we go. Let's get into it. So score match is not a typical football game where you control player movement and what the player does and so forth. This is kind of a, let's say, a top base weight base game. It has a lot to do with the AI. So the AI does a lot for you in terms of how players move, what players do after they receive the ball, and so forth. And here you see me looking at the season pass. So I find out that most games have season pass where you can pay and you can have a season pass and you could get a lot of the stuff that persons would normally get. So we also have leaderboards where you can invite friends to play and you can actually sign their players. They will be your Facebook friends. You can connect it to Facebook or wherever you decide to connect it to, because obviously too it could connect to Game Center and you can have Game Center friends as well. You can change your formations. You can also go and purchase money with gems, and if you need to buy gems, you will purchase them with real money. You also have your profile card that shows longest winning streak, the current winning streak, games played. You have your emojis for trolling people throughout the game, trolling people at the end of the game. You can also change your uniform, and as you go through the game you win some uniforms and so forth. So there's a lot of uniforms and you can swap out at any time whichever uniform you feel like playing in at the current moment in time. Also to have your star player, mine is named Raquelme. Yes, I am a big Raquelme fan. I like him as a midfielder. Mind you, Argentina is not my team, and Barcelona is also not my team. But as a player and as somebody that like football, as a midfielder, I have really like Raquelme. Now there are other midfielders that I like too, but Raquelme would have been my guy, And Ray Hudson used to get real excited about him. So with your player, you can alter how he looks, the clothes he wears, shoes, hairstyle, hair color, facial hair. You could also change his roles, but he can only change the default roles. So to have players that you can win in some of the events that come out on weekends, you win players, and you would see in my side that I have one who's a Voyager. Now your player can't change, or you could change the name at any time, but he would not be able to change into any of those special roles, which I think is kinda I think it's kinda, I don't want to say unfair because nobody can do it, but I think it's probably a limitation. I feel like if I get one of those special players, I should be able to turn my player into one of those special players as something that's unlockable. And it's not even like changing your player's role or the type of player he is. It's free. You gotta pay gems, and not even a little bit of gems, 450 gems to be exact. When you first start out, it may not be as expensive, but when you get further up in the game, it becomes a lot more expensive. Now, when you go into the match, so now we're about to go into the match engine a little bit. To be honest, this would really, really upset you sometimes. Believe you me, many times I played this game and I get so upset with the AI engine. And why I say that is because I would tackle somebody and get a foul or give away a penalty. The person would do the same thing to me within the same match, the same type of tackle, and it wouldn't be a foul, it wouldn't be anything like this. How he tackled just now when a corner was given. If I had tackled and did that myself, I would have given away a penalty. Now that will frustrate you, and I think that's one of the biggest problems. And with the game, for me, is consistency with the AI. The AI for me is kind of very inconsistent when it comes to tackles and what players do and so forth. You might get a player who breaks away on the wing and instead of running straight and then crossing the ball, he runs straight and try to cut in and gets tackled when he could have crossed the ball. So all these things is things that you'll have to get accustomed to and understand based on the type of player it is that you're playing with. Because in the player's skill sets, it actually tells you what they want to do. So even though you may have players that fall into defender, fall into midfielder, engine, whatever, you could really put any players anywhere within this game. Just suits how you want, just to suit how you want to play, and to suit how you want your team to defend and so forth. So you may want recovery speed at wing back, so you don't actually want to play who they have as wing backs. You want to play maybe faster players at the back, but you will have to know that they may not be as good at tackling, so you may give away a lot more penalties. Like a guard would be less likely to get a penalty against them because the AI would deem the tackle a lot more better than if it was a speedster tackling back in the box at that point in time. So you have the opportunity to change rules and to change out your team and the positions players play to suit yourself. So here he got the equalizer. So it's 1-1, and each match is for 2 minutes, and it's the first 2 goals. I really like when the games go to 1-1 and not when they clear cut dominating and win completely. But another part that is super overpowered in this game, unless you have a commander in your back line, is heading. Now, corners sometimes it's be near on impossible to defend unless you have a commander. And you see sometimes those are the mistakes that happen. You may play to a center back and tell yourself, well, it's easy, but sometimes that's not how it goes. Now, for me, I would say that this game, I would give it a 5 or so out of 10 because it's not bad. And you should give it a try and see if it is something that you will tell yourself in a long time that you'll be interested in. So that's it for reviews with the Foreman. So remember to like, subscribe, and await more content that I bring to you. And feel free to leave comments on things that you would like me to try out, games I would try. And mind you, for some or most games, I'm not going to go deep down inside the game. These reviews for me going to be on the basis of I know trying, or I am now getting into the game and how I feel about the game at first glance. So if it would trap me to play any further, if I find the enjoyment early out, because that's the basis of a game. When you download a game, you expect with your first 20 to 15 minutes of gameplay, it is enjoyable and it's something that will keep you intact. And I would say that this will probably do that for you about 5 out of 10. So that's it from your boy, the Foreman. Foreman out.